Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Sammy, the Way Out Seal. Yes, this is a 1962 Magical World of Disney two-part episode. It's actually all mashed together. It's 43 minutes long, so it's not really a movie, but it was part of. It was actually presented in two parts from Walt Disney's Magical World of Disney series. I don't know if it was like paired with another story in the same hour or whatever, but it's seamless. It looks like it's just one thing, and it's about two boys that discover a seal while they're on vacation at the beach. Yeah, I think it's Michael McGreevy and Billy Mooney, which you might know from Lost in Space, and amongst other things. And Michael McGreevy, I thought also he's done a. He looks so familiar to me. I don't know why. I just can't. I looked at his IMDb and he seems familiar. He's obviously much, much, much older now. It's like 50 years ago. This is a 50-year-old movie. 40, 50, 60? 60 year. This is a 60-year-old movie. This is a 60-year-old movie. This thing is as old as Spider-Man. Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's exactly 60 years old this year. Okay. Anyway, uh, enough nostalgia. But yeah, the boys. It's a real quick watch. It's not like they work out any kind of moral implications of borrowing a seal from the ocean and taking him home with them. No, well, they do. I mean, yeah, there is a, like, should we tell our parents we're getting in trouble? Is it, how do we explain all this? Yeah, all that stuff comes into play, and it is a game becomes a game of hiding the seal from the parents until they're in an agreeable mood in which they might be more receptive to the news. They get their friend, a neighbor, a girl named Portia, but I think she goes by the name of Rocky. In this, I looked at her name in the credits. I think it's Ann Jillian, and I can't find it on my tablet for some reason. It won't search on my tablet on the IMDb app, so I can't bring it up here to verify all this like I normally do. Anyway, they get the neighbor kid involved. She has a pool, and so she lets the seal play in there for a bit. Never mind the chlorine. Well, who knows what they did in 1962 with pools? I have a feeling that the science might have been somewhat different in balancing pHs. I don't know, but I imagine who knows if it would have been toxic to the seal. That just seems like a bad idea. Don't bring a seal home. Put him in your pool, kids. Just it's just to be safe. It just might not be a good environment for him. He might like the water, but seriously, yeah. Um, that is the lesson here, I think. Yeah, so they bring the seal home, and it's just a series of silly and wacky adventures as things get further and further out of their control. And there's a subplot with Dad having an argument with the girl's dad, Harold, who they work on a city promotion or town. They're trying to promote their town and make it stand out because San Francisco has cable cars, New York has Empire State Building, and LA has smog. That's what brings all the people there, right? So yeah, they made a dig at LA where they shot this. Yeah, trust me. The dad, by the way, played by Robert Culp. You might recognize him from a ton of things, but mostly for me, I remember him fondly from The Greatest American Hero. He's done a billion other things, but for me, Greatest American Hero, as a crotchety FBI agent. Was he an FBI or just a cop? I can't remember. Either way, he was crotchety, and he was a great part of that show. So that's what I grew up. That's growing up with Robert Culp. That's what I know him from. Anyway, it's a lot of silly pratfalls and pranks. And just imagine you're a kid in 1962. You go to the beach and imagine you getting to bring home a seal, and what would you do? And well, think about all the crazy antics and trouble he'd get in. Of course, there's I'm not really spoiling a whole lot. Yeah, you should. I think you should watch it. I think it's something that kids and adults can appreciate. It's pure innocent fun. There's not even like weird, uncomfortable things they have to apologize for at the beginning of the episode, like they do with other stuff. Like, oh, watch out, there's racism in this one. No, there's none of that. Probably because there's only white people in this one. So, and a seal, and lots of dogs too. So, Yeah, it's not a complicated or like, "Ooh, well, that's didn't age well" kind of situation at all, which is really nice. Um, they so yeah, all the action culminates in a grocery store chase with a lot of dogs and an old woman. Again, she's elderly. She's older looking, but in 1962, for all I know, she was 40, and they just everybody looked older 60 years ago. Like, oh yeah, that person is on their last legs. They're just going to die any minute now. They were 40. You know how Wilford Brimley and Paul Rudd were the same age? They when Wilford Brimley did Cocoon, he was the same age as Paul Rudd is now, or when he does Ant-Man. So, like, look at the two of them. I mean, I realize that Paul Rudd's an immortal, but still, I'm getting way off base. Anyway, the seal is ageless also. But the seal, yes, he does lots of tricks. He bounces a ball on his nose, bops it back and forth. Also, prods people into the pool, causing chaos at the pool party. With the adults have an end of summer pool party, and God, it's the '60s, and most of the men, except for Harold, who was holding the party, he has a Hawaiian shirt on. Most of the men visiting all dress up in three-piece suits. I know it's not the way it works these days, and I realize it's so dashing and so much cooler if men did dress that way for their pool parties. But come on, it's all right that we've grown out of that. And women spending 4 hours trying to do their hair and makeup and dress and everything else. And she makes a point of that when Robert called her husband, the mom of the boys. She doesn't get the appreciation she deserves. And there's a little funny back and forth. I think it's actually kind of well written. It's edited weird. Like there's a lot of scenes with the seal and the kids where it seems like they're having a conversation and interacting with the seal, and then there's a scene like a second later it cuts to, and they're all in completely different positions. I almost thought they changed clothing, and it's still the same scene though. Like they're all it's some really rough cuts in this one. So yeah, when they first introduce the seal to the girl, it's it's a little unsettling how quickly and weirdly those things change. But in all, I have to say was a fun little movie. It had lots of good chuckles in it, and it's completely cool for anybody to watch. And I think little kids especially, will get a kick out of all the antics of the seal and the crazy business he gets up to. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that. But now, I have to undertake kind of a momentous occasion here. Tomorrow is our 1,000th episode. Yes, 1,000 episodes since Disney Plus launched. I started day one with Disney Plus. Actually, I started with day zero, the day before Disney Plus officially launched. So technically, this is the 1,000th episode, technically. But if I go by the day one of Disney Plus, all the way to August 8th, 2022, that is 1,000 days. I hope they make it this far. I'm glad that when I realized that we were all going to get COVID at some point, which I did, and those episodes are fun to watch where I have to talk in a southern accent in order for you to even barely understand what I'm saying about whatever I'm watching at that time. Go back to February 2021. You'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I now have to randomly pick. Technically, I'm going to randomly pick the 1,000th episode. And I want this to be special. I want it to be really kind of important. So it can't be lame. Not that there's anything lame on Disney Plus, but I mean, there's a lot of shark shows. There's a lot of veterinarian shows, and I'm pretty sure we saw mostly all of them. And there's a good chance that they won't get picked. And I've already blocked out that I can't do the ESPN 30 for 30 stuff. We've already established that if that number gets picked in that range, we've already watched one of those, and it was pretty good. But they're all part of the same series, but they treat them all as separate documentaries. No, they didn't take me into account when they did that. So we already did a 30 for 30. That's done. And I also want to, for my 1000th episode, I want it to be something that I haven't seen already, which means that blocks out any of the Marvel or Star Wars movies. As much as I would love to, watch any of those as the 1000th episode, it's kind of nothing new. Now, it doesn't block out anything that might be a little something not made for me, which again tends to be a little bit humorous when I'm forced to watch Hannah Montana or something, or Cammy and Coop or whatever it is that's honestly not made for me. So I'm going to take this on a case-by-case basis. I'm going to make 3 attempts at most. If I get it on the first try, something good, something new, I'll stop at that. But 3 attempts at most. And those 3 attempts, if I reject all 3 of them, they will be on the 1001, 2, and 3 episodes following this one. So you'll know now what the next 4 episodes could technically be, or just the one, depending on how this randomly picks. And if you're totally new to this for whatever reason, yes, I have a thing here that randomly picks a number range that I have no control over normally. Unlike like yesterday's episode, I watched the Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation. I picked that one because it's a premiere. It's new. Same thing with Lightyear a few days ago. New. I do that with a lot of the premieres. The things that I'm going to watch anyway, yeah, those things aren't random. Because it's my rules, I can do what I want. But in this case, we'll work it out. I just understand that I've made rules. I'm gonna stick with them. So we're gonna pick this number now, and we're gonna see what we get. And I'll tell you if I reject it, well then we reject it. But I get 3 tries, and then I'm gonna pick for myself if I reject those 3. But I'm still gonna watch them on the next 3 days. At most. If we stop at 1, 2, great. Doesn't matter. Okay, that's a lot of explanation build up for nothing. Hopefully we won't have to resort to that, but here we go.
327.
327. Could this be our big thing? 327? No. It's okay. This is already disqualified, and it can't be part of the 3 because I already said no 30 for 30s, and this is a 30 for 30. It's of Miracles and Men, ESPN. You want watch all that if you're interested in the sports stuff and everything else. It's on Disney Plus, but it's also on ESPN Plus. If you got the bundle with Hulu and everything else, watch it there. Go watch it. You'll love the sports. I'm not a big sports guy, and there's certain things I like watching live sports, but no, I'm not going to watch every 30 for 30 thing here. I've already blocked them out, and sorry. No. So that doesn't count as my 3. Sorry. that was already pre-rejected. Let's pick another number.
560.
560. I got to write these down, by the way, so I don't forget. 327, 560. Let's see what 560 is. 560. No, not doing this one. But this will be the first one in our. I don't know what this is technically, but it's a series, and it doesn't seem like 1000th episode material. So 560 is Turning the Tables with Robin Roberts. So that is going to be our 1001 episode. So I'll mark that down. ESPN for the last one. Okay. All right. So yeah, that just doesn't scream 1000th episode. Again, I don't mind if it's a weird or goofy or just like a really strange. If we get like Teen Beach, I'm watching it for the 1000th episode. I don't care because I saw Teen Beach too and I liked it. And that was one of our early episodes. So, I'm not adverse to that. I'm just saying it can't be something that let's learn something. I want to be fun. Let's pick the next one.
372.
372? Wait, didn't we just have... Wait. We had 327. This is 372, right? Yeah, 372. Okay. 372. Nope, it's a short. Dang it. All right. 372. Can't have it a short. A short, I can't really talk about that much. I mean, if it's like 4 minutes long or 7 minutes long, that doesn't make for a very fun 1000th episode. Unless it's like really cool, but I can't tell what this is. I don't know what it is. 372 is random rings. So that's going to be our 1002 episode. I know I'm picky. I'm just being. I know it's being obnoxious here. Let's hope this is a really good one. Let's pick the next one.
323.
Okay, they're sticking to 300s. 323. This is tough. This is tough. It's a movie. It's part of a series of movies. But I don't know if I really want it to be the 1000th episode. This is frustrating, and I realize this video is going way too long. But no, I'm going to reject it. 323. Should I try 2 more? Let's do 5. I'll have the whole week planned out. Almost a whole week planned out. Otherwise, because I want this to be random. I already have one in mind that I'm going to choose. But let's do at most 2 more. Then we're going to have 5 days already planned out. And you'll know it right now, but... Oh, I forgot to show you what it was. Sorry. 323, right? Yeah, 323 was Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. So I think that was the second one, obviously, because it's not Night at the Museum. Robin Williams, Ben Stiller, things like that. It just didn't scream to me 1000th episode. And I realized I've got 600 some things to choose from here, and just... But that'll be our 3rd episode, 1003. Okay. We'll do 2 more, at most. Maybe this one will be the one. But if the 4th and 5th one do not scream 1000th episode, I'm picking mine.
161.
161. I want to be surprised like you are. Nope. It's a short. So, yeah, a short, so it doesn't count. I don't want it to be just this little thing. So it might be a short or a series of shorts, I'm not really sure, but it's Fancy Nancy, Fancy It Yourself. So that's our 1004th episode. We're figuring all this stuff out. Yeah. All right. Last try. If this doesn't hit, I'm picking something that I want, that I plan on watching, that I've been planning on watching, and it's new. It's not on this list at all. It's actually new to Disney Plus in the last week or so. Well, we'll see. Let's pick it. Last shot, last try.
54.
54. That's got to be in the A's. Shoot. I actually have not seen this, so it qualifies there. It's a movie. It is very Disney. It's not a short. I think I'm going to have to pick it. I think this is going to have to be our 1000th episode. Like it or not. And hopefully it's something... Because it's the kind of thing where hopefully it doesn't suck. I know some people have varying opinions about this thing, but the one I was going to pick was going to be something I was going to like. I knew I was going to like it one way or the other. It was going to be Light and Magic, the story of industrial light and magic, because that seems like a really good one. It's a series, 6 episodes. That's on Disney Plus now. So, but we're not going to pick it. We're going to pick this. We're going to go with the 5th choice right here, and this is what we're watching. We're going to be watching for our 1000th episode, Beauty and the Beast, the 2017 live action film starring Emma Watson. Yeah. Hermione Granger. Stolen from Warner Brothers. Brought over to Disney to play Belle. So that is, I gotta write that down, make sure I don't forget. 1000, I'm using a pen. 54. Whew, that was quite a bit of work there, and it took 21 minutes to do it. Beauty and the Beast, the 2017 live action remake of the classic Disney animated film, is what we're watching for the 1000th episode of the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see ya back here tomorrow with that. We'll see if anything's changed.